most successful coaches in Winchester area, actually in the whole Virginia area, Mr. Eric Green. So I'm here to see his philosophy of basketball, his concepts, and play style, and what he accepts and doesn't accept in his program. So here he is, Mr. Eric Green. How you doing, Mr. Eric Green?
Thanks for
taking
having
your
me.
time. Oh, you're welcome, man. Thanks for letting me talk to you about this. I'm really excited to even have this. When you gave me the okay, it meant a lot to me. So you're the founder of DC Rising Star AAU program. What made you decide to start your own AAU?
When my son Eric started playing basketball, I've always been in the mindset of challenging my kids, and so when he was playing Parks and Rec here, it was really easy for him, and I wanted him to be challenged. Mm-hmm. So I took him down to Ashburn, Virginia, and we joined a team called the Ashburn Red Storm, mm-hmm. and they were a top Division I travel team, AAU program, and they just came from nationals when I met the one of the assistant coaches, mm-hmm. and they gave Eric a tryout. And the funny thing was, they were trying to keep it local. Yeah. And then when we had a tryout, man, all the other kids down there, they could do left-hand layups. And Eric was struggling, and so there was a 2-day tryout. Then we went back to after that tryout, the first day we came home. And the only thing me and him did was go out and work on our left-hand layup. So the next day at the trial, he went there and he showed him he can do a left-hand layup. And he was almost better than majority of them. Yeah. And the coach was like, "How did he do that?" And I said, "Man, we just went and worked on it the whole day, the rest of the day after practice, at the trials." And so he played for them, and I learned a lot as from their coaching staff. Mm-hmm. And we did that for like 2 years. We went to the AAU Nationals. I think they finished like second one year, or they made it to the Final Four. And then all of a sudden, man, I said, I got to do this in Winchester. Yeah. And I got with some parents, and we formed the Winchester Rising Stars. And I just challenged those kids from day one all the way into the day we won the national championship. And then over the years, man, more kids started coming. And I think at one time we went from like 15 kids to 125 kids within like 3 years. Yeah. And the program grew. We were doing a lot of good things. A lot of other teams were having success. Yeah. And we just built on that. Mm-hmm. And I did that for about 20 years, man. Yeah. And it was fun. Met a lot of great people, a lot of great parents and kids, and the program produced close to 100 kids to go get college scholarships or college funding. Yeah. So that was the biggest thing, man. For me, winning the championships is cool, but seeing those kids advance to the college level and living their dreams out was even better.
So when you exploded like that, how did you keep up with the new kids that were like coming through the door?
The kids did. That was the funny thing. The kids would come home, we'd be at practice, I'd get a phone call, "Hey, Coach Green, you got to go watch this kid play, in middle school or high school."
Oh, okay.
And so the kids kind of recruited the kids. They knew who they wanted to come join their team. And then it's just like anything else, man. When you win, people want to be part of it. Yeah, yeah. And that was what was happening. They heard we were winning. They saw the national championship trophy. They saw the success, and people wanted to jump on board. So it was kind of easy getting kids involved.
Okay. What's your take on AAU program today versus when you started?
Well, today it's watered down. I'm just going to say it. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Yeah. I really like the fact that people are having teams or programs. There's more teams now than programs, but and the difference between a team and a program, a program has multiple teams, and then you get parents who just want to start a team for their kid, and they don't worry about anybody else around them. So that's one big difference. Two is, like here in Winchester, for some reason we can't get the best kids together like we used to. Like that was the good thing about me.
Yeah.
I was able to draw the best kids together to play on one good team, to understand we're going out here and represent the Winchester area. And now we don't do that. Now, if a kid can't make the starting group at the Rising Stars or wherever, their parents will go start another program or they'll go join another program. So the talent for our area is watered down. I mean, you know, throughout the country, it's that way. Through, you know, the big thing now is EYBL. EYBL is the top-notch travel circuit. Then you have others like Adidas. And so, you know, those programs, that's where all the college scouts are going, you know. You hear coaches tell these kids, come play for me. We're going to go play here. And these coaches are going no, it's not like that anymore. The transfer portal has hurt travel basketball. You know, those coaches don't have to travel. They can stay at home, get on the computer, look at the transfer portal, and pull kids from there. It's really hurting travel basketball, high school basketball, the portal. And then you also have, people don't understand, you also have the overseas portal, where they're, you know, they got a list. They got a list of kids overseas that can come over and play college basketball. So there's a lot, man, that's going on in this world that parents don't understand and kids don't understand. It's not the same like 20 years ago. And you know, it's really hard. If you're a high school kid, you know, if you're borderline, I tell everybody, go to junior college, work on your body, work on your academics, and then work on your game. That's the only three things you got to focus on, and that will get you in the portal, and then you can get on a team. I think COVID changed the game because those kids were getting extra years. And so that extended it. Then here comes the NIL on top of that. And then, you know, things started to just get diluted where, you know, kids now, man, I'll play at this school this year, then another school comes in, I'm gonna give you 50 extra thousand to come play for us. Well, they're bouncing. It was funny, I was watching a Kentucky game yesterday. Kentucky spent $21 million. That's in NIL money for their players. And they're only at like a 500 team. And you know, you got to think, man, I mean, even the announcer said for 21 million, they should do better than that. You know, so the money's out there for these big programs. You got to be a stud. You have to be a dominant player to get those offers and make that big time NIL money.
Man, that NIL stuff, it's big. It was a game changer. Let's talk a little bit about your background. You graduated in 1983 and out of Kaiser, West Virginia, Hall of Fame there. And then you went to Howard University, a football Hall of Fame there, a running back. Did you try for NFL?
No, I had an opportunity, man, to go to the combines and do the workouts. Well, I did do the workouts for a couple pro teams. But I'll be honest with you, I lost interest, and it was my fault because as I got a job while I was in college and playing football, and I was making good money, and I lost interest. I just wanted to make money, and so you know, here comes my senior year. You know, I didn't work hard in the off season. I was going through the motions. I was playing backup. But I was getting good minutes, and I just didn't want to play no more, man. I was fortunate. I really felt like, hey, I walked out of this game with no major injuries, no surgeries. You know, let's just stop it. And,
that's great for a football player.
So
running back too.
So I looked at it on that perspective, and then back then the United States Football League had teams, and you know, had every opportunity to go play there, and I just didn't want to. Like I said, man, my mind was elsewhere. And I was ready to move on from something else. You know? But I was blessed, man. You know, we had a great team. We won the HBCU national championship. We were the #1 team in the country. We had good guys that went pro, like Harvey Reed. He went to the Chicago Bears. Jimmy Johnson he played for the Washington Redskins, but I think he went to Minnesota first. Curtis Chappelle, he played for, I think Chappelle played for the Raiders. We had another defensive back who went on to play for the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
I mean, we were loaded, dude.
You used to talk to those guys?
Oh yeah. We
that's
talk,
so
man.
dope.
Yeah. And it was funny because Sean Van Horst, who played he was a defensive back. He went on to play. He got drafted by the Denver Broncos. Played a couple of years there. His son went to JMU and played running back at JMU the same time my daughter was there playing point guard for JMU. So, and when he called me and said, "Man, my son knows your daughter," it was so cool, man.
That is. That is. Yeah. Did you play any other sport?
Oh, I love the game of basketball. I would play basketball. I had an opportunity to play at Howard my senior year. But once again, man, like I said, my mind was done. I was into my last semester, my senior year.
Yeah.
I was in the just party mode.
Just trying to get out of there.
Yeah, I was trying to get out, man. So,
did you have any around that time, like any celebrities now that went to school with you?
Oh yeah. One of the biggest ones was Puff Daddy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's cool to say right now.
Yeah.
But he was there when I was there. I used to hang out with Heavy D. And the rappers, man. They used to be down on Howard's campus all the time from New York. Dana Dane with Fame, he was there. LL Cool J was there. So a bunch of those guys, man, I used to see. And of course, DC Go-Go. The Go-Go was about 4 blocks away from my dorm, so we would always be at the Go-Go on Monday nights and Friday nights. So, I knew all those guys, man.
That was a party.
Chuck Brown and all those dudes. So it was cool. I've met a lot of celebrities in my lifetime, man.
Your school, Howard, that's a big school, first of all, but you were, like I said, a Hall of Famer in the school, so I'm sure a lot of people will know you.
My first year, my freshman year, I'm walking across campus, and I see this limousine pull up, and all of a sudden, man, this guy just is standing looking over top of the limousine. It was Magic Johnson.
Damn.
So I go into the classroom. He was giving a speech.
Yeah.
I wasn't even supposed to be in there. I skipped study hall. I go in there, man. I was just amazed, man. I'm in here in the room with Magic Johnson listening to him talk. And then I was also down there when the Jackson 5 was on tour. And they came over to Howard, and it was in my school building, the school communications. They was doing a radio broadcast at WHUR. And I got to see those guys. Man. That was pretty cool. That was probably a big highlight of my life.
I like that. What inspired you to go into coaching?
Well, my son started to play sports, and so his first one was I started coaching t-ball here in Frederick County, and that was interesting. And then I started coaching football at Clark County Youth Football League. Yeah, and that's where I met. I met Calvin and Clayton because the Rodney twins. I met them over at Shenandoah Christian Academy. I was coaching youth league basketball, and they ended up on my team, and they became my sons, man. I loved them from day one. Man. They became like my heart. And then I ended up taking them down to Clark County. We put them on the football team I was playing on, and then after that, man, it just. I was helping out, and then I said, man, I might as well, just go on and just, start coaching. And that's when I started the Rising Stars, and really got serious, really serious, and put everything I had into it. Yeah.
So you coached from 2015 to 2022 varsity girls. Your total record was 158-20. That was in total in 7 seasons. So how did you maintain year after year that level of success? Because it's high school, so I would imagine some of your girls graduated.
Oh, yeah.
So how did you maintain that level every single year?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm mad because at one time I only lost 2 games. Yeah. I was trying to keep it under 10 losses. Yeah. And then my last year, man, we just had a bunch of a drama where kids just like fell off on staying focused. And but the way I was able to do that was, man, I put a system in place. And as the kids came through the system, you know, they understood the system, and it was just easy. It was just, this is what Millbrook does. This is what Millbrook stands for. We're going to put pressure on you. We're going to push this ball down your throat. We're going to, you know, and we had a rule, man. We wasn't holding this basketball. We want 4 or 5 passes and a shot, you know, if that. But we don't want to pass the ball more than 5 times. And you know, it was, the defense was the thing. We were just going to pressure you defensively, trap you. You know, I've always believed, especially with girls basketball, there's probably only 2 or 3 girls that really can handle the basketball. So let's make them pass the ball to those 2 or 3 girls, get the ball, and we can take it from them. And that was our philosophy. The girls bought into it. You know, people don't understand, even now when I coach, I spend more time. I can, you know, draw up a play, or I can get a play from someone, but I'll spend more time breaking it down and make it so simple that everybody can understand it. So I know everybody's on the same page. Because like I tell people, it only takes one player to mess it up, then it doesn't work. You know what I mean? So to avoid all that, let's make it simple but effective. And that's what I've been able to do over the years. With the boys, I don't think they like it. This group I have, these kids I have now, because it's simple. But for them, they don't like simple. They like complicated, you know, and they want to be challenged. So I get that, but we don't have 12 kids that all can pick up that. You know what I mean? You got to come to reality. And then, okay, you got to say to yourself, I got 5 kids with a high basketball IQ and 7 kids with a low basketball IQ. We got to meet in the middle. So I try to make it simple, but still kind of complicated. And it's getting better. It's getting better. If you would check my record, I'll be honest with you, there's probably, out of all those games for the girls, I bet you any money, there's probably maybe 10 games in which maybe one of my primary players fouled out. It's like I tell people, they give you 5 fouls. At least use 4. I mean, for real, if you're playing good defense, at least use 4. You know, it's, and like I said, you make sure they're hustle fouls, no dumb fouls. And so, you know, that's the philosophy, is like, you know.
So which out of those 7 seasons, which one was the most memorable for you? I know you had a season of 28-0, but which one was it? That's the historic season. That doesn't necessarily mean it's the most memorable one for you.
No, that one was a good one, a memorable, because those girls were so close the previous year. We got beat in the quarterfinals. I think it was quarterfinals. We got by King Fork, and so that was a heartbreaker. And then, you know, the whole off season, the girls bought in to like, hey, we're winning it this year. And
was that the undefeated year?
Yeah, the undefeated year.
Okay.
So we put a lot of hard work in the off season. And then the weirdest thing, man, one of my primary players got injured, a season-ending injury. And so, you know, everybody's like, oh, they're not winning it now. They're not winning it now. But, you know, the funny thing was, it drove us to win it because the girls felt like the odds were against them, and with the odds being against them, they stepped their game up a little more. I remember Amari Anthony, you know, she just stepped her game up to another level. My daughter Maddie stepped her game up. Erica Reed, she locked in, and you know, she was a primary shooter, man, and she even started playing great defense. They just took it up to another level, and then. A girl by the name of Ali Hawk, who was a freshman, she stepped her game up and just dominated the boards, and we just became a championship team.
The key injured player, was that a senior?
Yeah, senior, Haley McDonald. Haley McDonald.
That had to hurt.
Yeah, yes it was.
So for her to be on the side and the team complete the mission.
She was a D1 player. She ended up going to Appalachian State. And play, and but yeah, that was a big loss right there.
Hey, at least you could look at it as if y'all still won it. She didn't contribute like she wanted to, but y'all won it. 2018, I after knowing everything I know about it, I call that the golden year. you received the district, region, and state coach of the year. And that's also the 28-0 season. After you completed that season, did you feel pressure to repeat some of those accolades as you move forward?
Well, the thing was, I mean, man, we had 5 seniors that were, 4 of them went on to play, college basketball. 3 Division I and 1 Division II.
Yeah.
And so that's a huge loss. And everybody was always out gunning to get us.
Yeah.
I mean, we built a dynasty there, man. And we built something good. And, nobody, I'll be honest with you, nobody thought we'd ever get back to the point we'd be playing for a state championship again. And the funny thing is, we did it on two occasions after that.
Yeah, that was great, man. Did your whole time at Millbrook with the girls, because you started with boys basketball in 2023?
I started boys basketball, but I started back in 2000. Well, when Millbrook opened in 2003, I was the boys freshman coach.
Oh, okay.
And
That's
then,
how you got to coach Eric, right?
Well, I coached Eric in AAU. I quit coaching at Millbrook when Eric came into Millbrook. I just felt like since I coach him in travel, I just felt like, look, I'm gonna give him another voice. And Coach Scott Minkins did an excellent job in teaching him the game and helping him grow.
Did he mind that you, like, I'm not coaching you no more? Did that make him feel a certain way? Because some players, it's like, my dad never took it easy on me, gave me a cut card, and that's my dad, so I would like to stick this way. Did he feel a certain way about you saying, no, I'm not coaching you?
Nah, I don't. He never came out his mouth and said it.
Yeah.
I think personally, he was like, "Look, I'm glad because I ain't got to hear my dad, yell and curse at me all the time." So I think, he wanted that break, and I probably needed that break to keep my blood pressure down. So it kind of went both ways there.
It all paid off now because Eric, he's a great player.
Like I said, you can get comfortable with winning all the time, and then you don't push yourself to get better, like as a coach. And so when I would lose, I would really go back and reevaluate. Like I'm a type of guy, even till now, when I lose, I can't eat. I can't sleep. I'm up watching videos.
That was my JUCO coach. He lose, he's watching film till midnight.
And so that was big for me to the point where I just always wanted to improve as a coach, as a person, and it's not so much as when you're coaching about the basketball side. You have to know your kids. You got to know if this kid can be pushed this way, or how will this kid take if you yell and scream at him. So you got to know your personnel, man. And that's one thing I thought I did very well with the girls. Was knowing who I could push, who I couldn't push. I got to learn their buttons. And as time went on, I really think like the pressure for the girls at Millbrook got to be so intense because everybody expected them to win. And so as the years went on, we lost a lot of kids who wouldn't play. They didn't understand, like, this ain't fun. Like, the expectation is we're supposed to win. So we have to work hard. You don't come here laughing and joking, thinking it's Parks and Rec basketball. And it was a group of girls later in my career that was starting to come along, and they wasn't about like winning. They were about, look, let's have fun. And I don't coach that way. And that was the reason why I left. Was because I wasn't there to have fun. I was there to win. But I didn't want to take away the girls wanting what they wanted, and they wanted to have fun and not the pressure of winning. And so I thought I would be doing a disservice if I would stay and make them do some things that they didn't want to do that would cause them to be winners. But the funniest thing, this past basketball season, I ran across two of the girls who played for me during that stage where they just wanted to have fun. And they told me, hey, Coach Green, if I had to do it all over again, I would have chose winning over. And they was like, I really think about that, and I'm older now, and I can
Yeah,
understand
you
what
can
you were
see it.
trying to do.
Man.
And so that it was good hearing that.
Yeah.
But then again, it's like, man, I wish I could have.
Took it the serious
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
you
yeah.
wanted,
Like I really
man.
wish I could have got to you a little bit more, so you can understand, like, hey, what I'm trying to do for you. So, yeah.
What was it like coaching your daughter on that undefeated team?
Well, I tried to coach her the same,
Yeah.
but it wasn't always like that, man. Maddie is a great person, a great kid.
Yeah.
Her biggest thing is, she always thought I was pushing her too hard.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like I tell people, we got a green name, and the green name is, man, we've got to be the best. Yeah. And that's the way I raise my kids. Yeah. Hopefully my kids raise their kids that way, at thinking that I'm gonna push you till I get the most out of you and get the best out of you. Mm-hmm. And at times she didn't understand that. But like I tell people, hey, you didn't understand it then, but look at you now. Yeah. You're playing college basketball, you're living the life, and they appreciate it. So and I get it. I get it. I don't think people understand, like with me growing up as a kid, I had parents who pushed me. I woke up every day, and from when we were out of school in the summertime, every day my parents woke me up at 7 in the morning. Mm-hmm. They gave me it was about 33 minutes to go from Piedmont to Kaiser, which is 5 miles. Mm. So they gave me 33 minutes to get 5 miles in, and then they come pick me up, drive me back home. We had a weight room in our house. I had to lift weights. After I lifted weights, I did my chores. I went outside. I went swimming for 4 hours every day. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I'd go, eat dinner, get on my bicycle. Yeah. They'd make me ride my bicycle from 7 to 12 miles a day, a day.
Yeah, you were destined.
And then I had to go play basketball. And that was the same thing I would do with my kids. Yeah. I was like, look, we ain't done. It's work. But, it's hard for me because when I coach, I don't see these other kids doing that, but they want to be great. They want to go to college, but they're not putting the work in. Yeah. And I think people who really are on the bubble or on that cups of being a college player or not, you got to put that work in. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like they just because you say you want to play, it doesn't mean you're going to play.
It's even harder now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely, man.
That's hard work. You were destined for greatness. Yeah. You have four children. Eric.
I have 5.
5. I'm so sorry. Mm-hmm. 4 of them that I know of being so active in the Winchester community. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
Eric, Virginia Tech, playing pro right now. Courtney, standout in Millbrook, went to Delaware, where I heard a lot about her in Delaware more than I did in Millbrook. Maddie went Millbrook as well, and went on to James Madison. And Leah, you said, is a volleyball.
She's going to UConn.
UConn for volleyball.
For volleyball.
Oh, so was that always the plan?
Mm-hmm. Yes. You can ask any one of my kids. Yeah. They would tell you had 2 options. Either you get a college scholarship, so you can go to college, or you go to the United States military. Yeah. My 5th child, Chance, he lives with his mother in Springfield, Virginia. He grew up with. He ended up going to the military. Oh, okay. So they had options. You know what I mean? You had the military waiting on you. You had the college waiting on you.
Yeah, it's your choice. Whichever one, you're gonna be ready.
Yeah, you're gonna be ready.
Okay. What was the competition like in the house?
Oh man, I think Eric and Courtney. Well, let me put it this way. Eric probably won't admit it, but I'll tell you. When Eric got to Millbrook, he won his state championship. And, he was the man. And then here comes a girl nobody really knew about. And here comes Courtney. Yeah. And Courtney is just killing it from her freshman year. Courtney accomplished everything Eric accomplished. When Eric won his AAU national championship, the next year Courtney got hers. Yeah. And Eric won a state championship. 2 years later, Courtney got hurt. Yeah. So Courtney used Eric to push her. Yeah. I pushed Eric. You know, Eric would always had to hear all the stuff that I've accomplished.
Yeah.
And then here comes Maddie. Maddie's trying to top Courtney.
Yeah.
And then, you know, now Leah, who refused to play basketball, she's like, I'm just going to do something else in another field. And she's dominating in volleyball. So
That's great.
Yeah,
That's
man.
so great.
It was fortunate that they were able to use each other's accomplishments to push them to greatness.
Yeah,
So,
you don't have to look far for motivation. It's your own brother and
Exactly
your own
right.
sister. That's great. Did Courtney and Eric ever play one-on-one?
No, man, but I'll tell you this. And so I used to have a training business called EGA Training, Eric Green Athletics Training. And I've never had anybody fight or anything, right? Then one day Eric comes home from college and they're working out with about 20, 30 other kids. And next thing, man, I see, you know, Eric being aggressive with Courtney and Courtney getting upset, and then Eric sets a hard pick on Courtney. Then next thing Courtney gets up and she's ready to fight. And Eric's ready. I'm sitting there like, dude, y'all gonna do this to Dad? Like, come on, man. We ain't here to fight. I tell everybody else ain't no fighting here. We're here to get better.
Yeah.
And then they go home. Courtney goes home, tells her mom, and it was just an argument. Like I wasn't there to protect her. But reality was, I was there to protect you.
Yeah,
We ain't supposed to be fighting anyway. So. But you know, Eric's thing was, Dad, I'm just trying to prepare her for college. That's what they're gonna do to her in college. So you know, but she didn't get it. She didn't understand. But you know, she figured it out.
Hey, she dominated it. It all helped her out.
Yeah.
Who's the best shooter?
Oh man. I would say it's two different things. Courtney is probably the best shooter. All right. And the reason why I say that is she has like you give her shooting percentage was very high. Right? And Eric's was high.
Yeah.
But Eric is the best scorer because Eric would kill you mid range.
Yeah.
He could drive.
And
he could shoot the three. Courtney was, you leave her open, she's knocking it down.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, so there's a difference there.
Yeah.
I'd say shooter, Courtney has the best form and shot. Scorer by far, Eric.
Eric. Best passer.
Maddie could see the floor very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, she could see the floor
The
very
best defender.
Courtney's locked down.
Yeah.
Courtney's locked down. Yeah. Eric didn't want to play no defense. Eric's about putting them points up.
Yeah, that was his defense. He gonna score. Who was the best trash talker?
Eric. Yeah. Eric got that from me. I used to tell him, don't take no trash from nobody out here. Talk trash. And that, believe it or not, man, that's what gets Eric going. If you start talking trash to him, he's gonna burn you. He's gonna burn you. And then he's gonna talk trash back. And then he's in a zone, and next thing you know, it's over.
That's my guy, man. Good dude. Who's most sensitive?
Maddie's most.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot, Mr. Green.
Hey, man, thank you for having me, man.
Thank you, man.